School stand.
Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, as you see all things that you have made, look upon the school and pour blessings on all its members. Fill our hearts with thankfulness for all your mercies. Help us to do our daily work with all diligence and cheerfulness, so that we may learn to use our time and talents for the good of our nation and the honour and glory of your holy name. Amen. Voice please. So we won't be singing the school song today. Obviously, in terms of COVID, there are guidelines around gatherings and being inside, so it's a little bit different today, as you can see. COVID has changed the way in which we operate, and so there's some real unfortunate times for us where our families can't join us to celebrate what I think is the pinnacle of achievement in academic studies, and also leadership, looking at our boys here today. So I want to welcome back all staff and boys to the new year. It is a privilege to be here as part of the school, and I've been here for 6 months, and I look forward to continue to getting to know more of you as I work my way around the school. As I said to the Year 9s at Pōwhiri, the Mihi Whakatau, the school is a special place, and I feel very privileged to be here and mindful of the rich tradition we have here, and look forward to being part of that. And in particular, this year, we celebrate 150 years, 1872, where this school has served and educated young men in the Hawke's Bay and sometimes beyond. A significant time for us in this place, so we should be all really excited about what that may look like as we move forward. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed your break, relaxing time at home, spent with family and whānau. Some of you may have made money, and you're back here at school focused on your studies once again. For Year 12s and 13s, you would have received your NCA results and should now have finalised your course of work this year with your Dean. And as a school, we are extremely proud of the calibre of your results. And I look forward to recognising those of you today who achieved very high academic awards in receiving your colours. We have a number of new staff joining us this year, and I'd like to quickly name and acknowledge them. Mr. Jesse Ryan. Mr. Ryan is a first year teacher and will teach maths and science, and as you can see, a little bit different. We can't actually see them and to recognise them, and over time we will get them on the stage. Mr. Ferris returns to New Zealand after spending some time teaching overseas. Mr. Ferris has previously taught here at Napier Boys and teaches science and maths. Mr. Martin, an old boy of the school. Mr. Martin joins us from Karamu High School and will teach te reo and social science. Mr. Cave, an old boy of the school. Mr. Cave is a first year teacher and will teach agriculture and science. Mr. Cook, another old boy of the school. Mr. Cook is a first year teacher and will teach digital technology. Mr. Townley joins us from Havelock North High School and will be teaching English but also teach history. Mr. Campbell joins us from St. Peter's School in Palmerston North. He'll be teaching English. Mr. Claypool, old boy of the school, and will be teaching English. And Mr. Chris Bamber joins us from Auckland Grammar and also will be teaching English. So lots of changes in the English department and lots of new teachers. So we are very fortunate to have these fantastic teachers choosing Napier Boys and working with you. The fact that we're having this assembly with limited numbers and, dare I say it, live streamed, and hopefully that's working. And so our students in their form classes would be watching this, and some select parents who may be watching and excited about seeing you cross the stage. Wearing face masks inside tells us that COVID is still affecting how we live and how we operate. So as we work through these challenges, I need all of us to be at our best. We have guidelines that we need to follow. So please remember that we all of us need to show some understanding. We need to be compliant, and we need to be patient, and most of all, through this, we need to support each other. Wearing face masks, for example, is not easy. But we know that if it's going to limit and keep us safer, then we would adhere, and we should all adhere to those guidelines. I want to make it, I'm not sure if normal is the right word, but as you return to school, we want to make sure that school is a place that you feel safe and welcome, and an environment that you can learn and engage and interact with your peers. And that's both academically and hopefully in sports and culture. Now, as part of our 150th year, I will attempt to provide a short history lesson sometimes when I speak. So I'm going to give you a couple of facts about the history of this school. I'll call it a historical look at Napier Boys High School. And perhaps when I see you walking around the grounds of the school, if I bump into you, I might test you, so you might need to listen. First fact, Napier Boys High School established, or actually Napier established the first school through a trust in 1855, and it was burnt down in 1862. And at that stage, it wasn't Napier Boys, it was the first school. But people related to that trust, in fact two, purchased some land on the hills in Coot Road and Clyde Road, near where Napier Girls is. And in October 1872, the Supreme Court gave the trust approval to build the school. And the school wasn't occupied or finished the buildings until 1874. So we go by the fact that we were established in 1872 through the Supreme Court ruling, but in actual fact, students didn't start the school until 1874. So there's some argument there of regards to that date. And then finally, the first name given to the school was Napier Boys Trust School up until 1882. So we were first called Napier Boys Trust, and partly they incorporated the name Trust from the first group of men that had the vision to create this school. So there's three facts. So again, don't be surprised if I test you on those numbers. It'll be interesting through the year to learn more about the school and this great place that you guys, I know, are very proud of. Let us have a great year, gentlemen. Me tika te mahi kia mātara, do right, be nothing. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you.
Okay, so it gives me great pleasure to read the Academic Colours Awards for 2022. So to get Academic Colours, you had to get 50 excellence credits at level 1, and we'll start with those level 1 boys first. So year 12s, if you stand please. First student with academic colours for 2022 is actually only a year 10 student last year. He managed across his 3 accelerant subjects to get 50 excellence. So fantastic effort from Louis Thompson-Gray. Other boys gaining academic colours, Cody Smith, Lawson Takahu, Max Wong, Cameron Brands, Ethan Jones, Daniel Olsen, Andre McGregor, Henry Steele, move along, Louis, a little bit, please. Keep going, right across. Good boy. Harris Matheson, John O'Pinkney, Ty Brock Smith, Hamish Cardno, Kahu Yardley, Max Florence, Brian Sandwichin, Emerson Squires, Matt Harvey, Joel Russell, Dawson Howarth, Cole Brownlee, Fedu Thompson, start a second row, Joel, come down the front, start a second row. James Cox, Charlie Thomas, Max Wilson, Twin Redpath, William Hart, Camden Champion, Jack Aitchison, and Christian Lilburn. And then honours. So to get the gold badge, academic honours, you have to get over 75 excellence credits at your NCA level. So honours at level 1 for 2022 go to Quinn Redpath, Camden Champion, Dawson Howarth, Daniel Olsen, Cameron Peters. Oh, sorry, Cameron, no, we're right there. Okay, let's give all those boys a round of applause. Well done. Okay, take a seat, men. Thank you. Level 2 boys, if you stand now, please. So same criteria at level 2, 50 credits for colours, 75 for honours. So year 13 students from this year receiving colours for 2022 are Cole Brownlee, Hugo Minor, Connor Moody, Jack Turnbull, Ryan Shotter, Cameron Peters, Liam Alexander, Ben Proctor, Angus Smith, Niall Hemman Joyce, Luke Winter, Maninder Singh, Nicholson, Shay Watts, Gorinda Kuna, Chris Leong, Leo Riddler, George McFederidge, John T. Elms, Jona Frudenberg, John O'Connor, Connor Parker, Ted Riddler, Alex Cook, Edward Tremaine, Matt Bennett, Thomas Bennett, Ollie Whiteside, Caden Chaffee, and then honours at level 2, Meninda Singh, John O'Connor, Connor Parker, George McFederidge, Leo Riddler, Chris Leong, and then the boys with the 2 highest numbers, Gorinda Kuna, 108 excellence credits at level 2. And Edward Tremaine, 80 at level 2 and another 48, okay, to give 128 in total at level 3. Let's congratulate those boys. Well done, men.
So just quickly before Mr. Smith announces our prefects, just to reiterate, we fully understand, especially teaching staff and I'm sure your parents, the work and effort it takes to get to that level. So well done to the gentlemen in this room, and it's a bit of a shout out or a challenge to those who are not in this room, that to stand here and to be recognised for the efforts that you've shown. It takes effort, and in fact I often say when I talk to boys, one of my favourite words in the dictionary is that simple word, effort. Because actually effort leads to so many things. And if you take the time to understand what that means and the work it takes to get, not just academically, but in all things in life, sometimes it takes a bit of effort. And effort is not easy. So to you boys, congratulations. I hope that this year you have the same aspiration to reach those goals of excellence, and you know, we and your family look forward to celebrating that in the future. Just quickly on leadership, and we've been really blessed this year to have some really fine young men who have firstly put their hands up to serve our school. and we see them here mostly in their blazers. And I have said to them that we're fortunate that they are part of our school, and their families should be incredibly proud of the young men that they have become. And I'm looking forward personally to working with them through this year, 150th. And so there's a big job, and there's a challenge for our prefects through a year that has COVID, that they lead us and lead you as a student body, that they lead by example, and they provide the service needed for us to continue to be great. And so I thank you gentlemen who are sitting here, and as I've said, I'm privileged to have the opportunity to work with you. Leadership is, the recognition, and if I talk about the prefects a little bit, they're there because of the selection that both their peers have made, because the boys, as we go through a process, and to explain that a little bit, the student body vote, and so your peers have voted you in that position, and also the teachers have had a vote on, going back to your efforts, your character, your merit, and that's why you sit here. And as today we announce our head boy, who will lead us through 150, and our deputy heads, they are voted on their character, their merit, their good works. And so for me, good leaders help themselves and others to do right, the right thing, and it is the practice of positive influence. That's what leadership is. So my congratulations to the young men who will cross the stage, as Mr. Smith announces. I know that they will lead our school well. I know and I'm grateful that we had to make some difficult decisions about who those boys would be to lead us, and I know that we've got some fantastic young men to do that. So as we move forward together, these are our leaders that we will look up to and watch, and who will serve us really well. So over to you, Mr. Smith.
Okay, so the school prefects for 2022. First of all, the boys who were announced last term. So they were, remember, Jack Turnbull and James Rawnsley, the head boy from last year, will present them with their badges. Maninda Singh, Gus Brown, Liam Alexander, Max Radcliffe, and Edward Tremaine. Other prefects to be announced today are: this student went to Napier Central School and Herewith School. He has excellence at level 1 and 2. Level 3 geography, already endorsed with excellence, has been involved in football and the ski team, has been a member of the Interact Club. His name is Jona Freudenberg. The next prefect went to Esdale School. Has excellence endorsed at level 1 and 2, and top of the school in music in year 11 and 12. Is working already towards excellence at level 3. He's been involved in Festival of the Bands and Super 8 with jazz and funk band, and performed solo piano, and has been part of the Big Sing. He's just completed a 21-day Outward Bound course. His name is Connor Moody. The next prefect went to Arthur Miller Primary and then Herewith Intermediate. Has excellence at level 1 and excellence honours at level 2. Is already getting credits, or has credits at level 3. Has been involved with hockey and badminton. His name is George McFetteridge. Next prefect went to Havelock North Primary and Havelock North Intermediate. Excellence endorsed at level 1 and 2. Been involved with Senior A tennis, Senior A golf, badminton, has honours in tennis and is the tennis and golf captain. That's Luke Winter. Next prefect went to Weber Primary School. Has level 1 and 2 passes. Has been involved with second 11 rugby. Is part of the motocross team and canoe polo. That's Charlie Free. Next prefect went to Marae Kakaho School. Has level 1 and 2. He's been involved with under 15 and then second 15 rugby. He too has just completed the Outward Bound course. That's Max Perry. The next prefect went to Marae Nui Bilingual School. Has level 1 endorsed with merit and merit passes in history and science, level 2 with merit. Has been involved with rowing at Napier Boys and with West Shore Surf Club. Has been involved with the Maori Culture Group and Surf Lifesaving. That's Heath Awatiri Madden. Next prefect went to Arthur Miller School and then Taradale Intermediate. Merit endorsed at level 1 and 2, PE with excellence endorsement. Has been involved both with the First 11 cricket and First 11 hockey teams. That's Finn Diphorn. Next prefect went to Onikawa Primary, then Napier Intermediate. His passes at level 1 and 2. Has been involved in under 15 Hawke's Bay Rugby and First 15 Rugby. Is a member of the Pacifica Group. That's Tasman Solani Oitu. Next prefect went to Arthur Miller and then Taradale Primary, level 1 and 2 endorsed with excellence. Been involved with Hawke's Bay Rugby, rowing for school and second 15 rugby, part of the environment group, and involved with tutoring students at Mariwa School. That's Levi Robinson. Next one, Taradale Primary and Taradale Intermediate, excellence endorsed at level 1 and merit at level 2. Been involved with Hawke's Bay under 18 rugby, Senior A7, Senior A canoe polo and First 15 rugby, as well as coaching canoe polo. That's Jared Martin. Next prefect went to Hilltop Primary and Intermediate School in Taupo. Merit endorsed at level 1 and Geo with excellence. Merit endorsed at level 2. Has been involved with the First 11 Cricket Club and the Interact Club. That's Jamie Dumble. Next prefect also went to Arthur Miller and then Taradale Intermediate. Merit endorsed at level 1 and excellence endorsement at level 2. Been involved with First 11 Hockey, Hawke's Bay Under 18 Hockey, and also the New Zealand Under 18 Hockey Squad. Is involved with coaching primary school students for hockey. That's John T. Elms. The next prefect went to Taradale Intermediate. Has merit endorsed at level 1, excellence endorsed at level 2, and math and excellence endorsed also at level 2. Been involved with rowing and Senior A canoe polo. That's Hugo Minor. Two to go. Next prefect went to primary at Rainier School and intermediate at Herewith. Level 1 and 2 endorsed with excellence. Been involved with football, was president of the Interact Club, and involved with the environment group and Mariwa reading tutoring. That's John O'Connor. And finally, but not last, this prefect went to Weber School. Excellence endorsed at level 1 and merit at level 2. Second 15 rugby and involved with the Young Farmers Group. That's Max Free. And a prefect who's not able to be with us today, Hawaii Pollock, will recognise in assembly next week. So if we congratulate our school leaders for the year, boys. We'll just announce the house leaders and the head boy and deputy head boy this morning. The other positions, academic, environment, cultural, sport, we'll announce next week. We just haven't had enough time without the Prefects camp, which couldn't go ahead because of COVID, to talk this through with the boys. But the house leaders who will be leading their houses this year, to lead Clyde House, it'll be Hugo Minor. To lead Napier House, it'll be Connor Moody. To lead Hawke House, it'll be Luke Winter. And announced this morning over at the hostel breakfast, the leader of Sin House for this year, 2022, Charlie Free. Round of applause for those house leaders. Well done, men. Head boy and deputy, really hard. This was a really difficult decision for myself and Mr. Williams that we agonised over last night. These boys have been interviewed, we've talked with the deans, and we've made a slight change this year. In my 26 years that I've been here, there's only ever been one head boy and one deputy. This year we've decided, because it's the 150th Jubilee, there's a huge amount of things that we need to do and coordinate around that event that will support the head boy by having two deputies. So, the deputy head boys for this year, first one is Gus Brown. And the other deputy head boy for 2022 will be Max Radcliffe. And finally, the boy that was voted by his peers most often when we interviewed everyone, when this process began, and has been endorsed by staff, the head boy to lead the school in 2022 and its 150th year, be Edward Tremaine.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko toki toki, toko awa. Ko taki temu, toko waka. Ko Waipariki, toko moana. Ko Ngāti Kahununu, toko iwi. No Napier, ahau. Ko Tremaine, toko whānau. Ko Edu, toko ingoa. No reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora. I'm honoured to have been selected as your head boy for 2022. I will do my best to uphold the school's traditions and values throughout the year. Alongside me, I have a great prefect team to lead the school, which is important as we enter the 150th year to Napier Boys High School. The school's history is one of the oldest in the country, and I feel privileged to be a part of it. Wherever life leads us, we'll always look back at our time at school and be proud to be a part of the Sky Blue Brotherhood. Welcome to the Year 9s that are now a part of our history. I know that the transition from intermediate can be daunting, especially for those coming from smaller schools. However, I can guarantee that there are others feeling the same way, and you are not as alone as you may feel. The great thing about such a big school is that you'll find plenty of different boys with similar interests. All the best for the years to come. You're a great group of young men, as I've already witnessed on Wednesday. There's no doubt that this year will be a tricky one, with COVID preventing our normal routines, such as having the majority of the school watching this assembly on a live stream instead of in the hall. Nonetheless, we must still make the most of it. I'd like to congratulate all the boys who have achieved endorsements. Your hard work has paid off. And to Max and Gus for being appointed as deputies. The Prefect team and I want to focus on building connections with all of you boys from all codes of the school. I believe that a strong brotherhood is built on relationships and respect. So feel free to approach us around the school, as we are more than happy to have a kōrero. As we begin the school year, it is important to switch on from the get-go. The more work you put in at the beginning of the year will make it that much easier at the end of it when it comes to exams. It is also important to take advantage of the great opportunities this school has to offer. Make sure to try to get involved in the various sports and cultural groups at Napier Boys. Try something new and step outside of your comfort zone. As Master Shifu said, if you only do what you can do, you'll be nothing more than what you are now. Thanks again, boys. Stoked for the year ahead.
Well done, men. Round of applause, guys, please. Okay, so I'd ask that you take Eduard up on his offer, particularly you Year 9s who are watching on the live stream. You're lost, okay, you can't find something, hit up one of these guys, get them to show you where you need to be, okay, that's part of their role, to provide service to the school. Ms McCullum, have we got some notices, please? Mr Cameron, I'll get you to stay and take some photos. Just, they need to keep streaming, Tim, so the kids get the notices, sorry. So, futsal meeting. It's really important. This team's got games coming up very soon. So the trials for the junior futsal team to play at the New Zealand tournament on Wednesday the 9th of February. Okay, to register your interest, you see Mr Buxton on Tuesday at the start of lunchtime in E9. So you need to get that ready quickly, as far as we know it is going ahead. So all the junior boys interested in futsal, Tuesday after the Waitangi Day break, E9 at lunchtime. Futsal trials for the tournament. This is for players who wish to trial for New Zealand secondary school team. The senior futsal trials will be Tuesday at Pettigrew Green Arena, 6:30 to 8:30, and then again trial number 2 on Sunday the 13th of February in our gym from 6 to 8. Players are required to attend both trials. Trainings will be a mix of Monday nights and Wednesday mornings before school, and you need to be able to commit to that. Junior futsal trials, they'll begin after the meeting on Tuesday. First one will be Wednesday the 9th of February, in our gym from 6 to 7:30, and the second trial Sunday, February the 13th, also in our gym from 4 to 5:30. You have to attend both trials. Trainings for that group that you need to be able to commit to are Monday and Wednesday nights. Bowls. Any boys interested in playing bowls, go and see the sports coordinator. The sessions are weekly from Monday the 14th from 4 to 6 at the bowling club in Hastings. Colts cricket trials. All year 9 and new to school cricket players wishing to trial for a Colts cricket team. Trials will be Wednesday next week, 9th of February after school. Bring your gear and meet at the cricket nets. Year 9s, there's a lock-up behind the admin block, okay, where you can store your cricket bags. You go there at 25 past 8, and then at the end of the day to pick them up. You don't need to carry them around with you all day. Super 8 tennis for the senior boys tennis team, plus Taryn Hutchison and Stanley Easthope. Please meet in C5 at the start of interval today. And school librarians, they're taking applications for those jobs now. If you're interested in books, readings and games and want to contribute to the school community, it's an opportunity for you. You need to commit to at least one shift a week. During term 2, a great opportunity to be part of the team. If you're a librarian last year and wish to continue, you don't need to reapply, but it's open to other year levels. Please see Mrs. Cook in the library for application forms. Okay, school stand. Thanks, Mr. Williams. James, do you want to go with Mr. Williams? Okay, Super 8, wider squad rugby training meeting on the pavilion steps now, straight after this. Okay, thanks boys, sitting down. Okay, well done men. We just need to get some photos, okay? And I apologise, there was a couple of year 11 ones mixed up with the year 12s.